We're taking a bare patch of soil and turning it into a climax forest that is self-sustaining within 1 year. That same forest in 10 years is the equivalent of a 200-year-old forest that has grown through the succession.
It was a very interesting piece and very passionate, inspirational piece about an Australian forest that has obviously been um, devastated by colonization and technology, like most forests on planet Earth currently. And I thought it was a really interesting backdrop of the man who was trying to help in his own way by planting a lot of native vegetation, I believe, that was sort of going to contribute to regrowing the environment and sort of replenishing the forest that had been depleted. I thought they had a really great big picture and sort of almost spiritual idea about humans' relationship with the earth, the relationship with nature, and I thought that towards the end he had a really great point about how to be active and how to make a difference and how to sort of not wait for other people to involve themselves, but for you to do it yourself and to just hope that you can sort of lead by example. And I thought this was a really great sort of call to action to how you should approach these type of ideas, and really created a foundation that should function as an inspirational light to follow when you want to help at a large scale. So I thought that the piece had a really great sense of heart and compassion, and it ended up connecting with me because I can tell that the lead really cared about what he was doing, and it was really important to him.
Opening shots of the sprawling lands in Australia are immediately effective and immediately set the tone and the place and time, and really ground us and orient us in the story that's about to be told. And I thought that spending time with this man was charming. I thought that they did a great job of interspersing his talking heads with showing the work actually being done, making it feel active and motivated. I also love that we tease out the definition of Miyawaki, and kind of get the definition as when we're ready to understand it in the context of the subject's work. And it was a fascinating explanation of something that I wasn't aware of and hadn't heard about before. So the idea of creating a canopy and an ecosystem and using and this man and this company using their platform, I think this short did a really great job of bolstering it. And I think it was very bold of them to mention the the eroding nature of capitalism. And I really appreciated the filmmakers. They're really what felt really objective and but felt really not felt very subjective and but pointed and cried for help in terms of what it meant to need what you need to support this type of outreach. The metaphor about the horse, not just leading the horse, but showing it how to drink and leading by example, I thought was really poignant and a great way to end.
It really sent a powerful message about the dangers of apathy when it comes to our environment and our climate and the deforestation, especially here in Australia. I thought the Miyawaki forests were really cool, how they expanded and how they got volunteers together to come together and have fun and help maintain these forests. Overall, the documentary was really beautiful. I loved these gorgeous shots of the forests they were protecting. I think that the message was really clear and really powerful, in inspiring people to take action, take it upon yourself so that other people will follow you, and how important it is to do something and not to ignore this problem that we have in our environment.
We can see how this particular kind of forest could be as strong as a 200 years forest. It could become as big as a 200 years forest in just 10 years. And I like the approach that showcased how this final goal could be reached in just 10 years, and how this could sensibly change the whole environment, the world we live in, because we know that nowadays we got a lot of the obviously the climate crisis, and there's the loss of trees everywhere in the world year after year, and I think this could be an excellent idea to repopulate all these forests and woods that have been losing trees year after year because of the human selfishness. Sorry. So I thought it was very well done, and I loved the direction, the cinematography, the panoramic views, especially in the introduction, the first few minutes. You got all these beautiful drone shots and focusing on the green, and is stunning. It's beautiful to see so much green.
Particularly, what caught my attention was really the bit about being able to actually solve climate change with that 0.1% or whatever it is he quotes. I think that really just kind of opens your eyes if that's true, or even some similar figure, that there's so much more that could be done. And it's great to see that there are people taking steps in the right direction that aren't waiting however long it is for $5,000 to trickle around and to try and make a difference that way. It definitely inspired me to want to do more, and I hope that just by this piece existing and being circulated around, it could inspire others. So
I really enjoyed hearing his interview explaining the process and seeing the amazing results. Inspiring soundtrack as the film unfolds, and I just love the close-up shots of the plants, the distant drone shots of vegetation, and the scene with the smiling volunteers. Wow, this film needs a widespread release. It is groundbreaking information.
Fantastic example of how having a will finds a way. The difference you see with the Miyawaki technique versus the traditional original tree growth, it's quite impressive. I want every single government to watch this and understand the possibility there is of giving some space back to our forest in super fast times. I love the passion and knowledge Brett brings to the film, and for me it represents hope and a future if we manage to pay attention. I also enjoyed the close-up of the leaves. That scene is just beautiful. I loved it, and just like Brett said, keep planting, and this is an amazing example. I'm so glad producers created this film.